Here's how we pulled this off with no green screen and no CGI in post-production. The goal was to create a synesthetic, audio-reactive listening experience for Nova Zaii, who would be performing on his drums and the Nova portals, which is his invention that essentially allowed him to play space using motion detection. We wanted him to be in a subway car that would dissolve away to reveal him in space, with the sound of his drums and portals triggering real-time effects in the environment. To make this work, we built a pipeline from Ableton Live to Unreal Engine to the projectors and control computers of the MyDen, a virtual reality cave that allows users to project and explore a 3D environment with the help of electronic 3D glasses. Instead, we attached the motion tracking sensors from the glasses to our camera rig to create the parallax effect from the point of view of the camera. This is called a virtual production, and will make it seem like Nova is actually in a subway car from the POV of the camera. The live music he played would then dynamically change things in the 3D environment. In Ableton, Aditya, my amazing audio engineer, built a custom Max for Live device that parsed the live audio data and outputted specific numerical metrics like frequency and dynamics, or volume. After 2 months and 100 hours of YouTube, I meticulously designed the subway textures, lighting, and a nebula particle system. I built blueprints in Unreal Engine to parse the OSC data coming from Ableton and update scene parameters like light intensity, cone angle, saturation, and the particle motion. Animating the subway car to dissolve also ended up being a lot harder than expected. Then we spent weeks trying to get our two programs to be married and in sync.
Gotta celebrate the little wins.
It started with some brief flirtations as they exchanged MIDI notes, but eventually the two were talking dirty, and Ableton had Unreal giggling and flashing his lights to her kick and snare drum. The tough part about this whole operation was that everything had to happen live. There was no pre-recorded track. The audio Nova performed live needed to control 4 simultaneous instances of Unreal Engine, each controlling one of the 4 displays. Every second, OSC packages need to be sent from Ableton to Unreal, which would then be relayed to all the display computers over IP addresses. The weekend of the shoot, we had 1 full day to test with Nova, and it was a marathon of calibration, testing, and rehearsals, with the occasional food break. Aditya spent hours miking Nova's setup to minimize reverb inside of the 10-foot by 10-foot cube, using a Glingjohn's arrangement and specialized mic placement for deep, modern drum sounds. We installed our Max for Live patches on Nova's instance of Ableton, ran audio tests, and dialed in the threshold so that the visuals matched the music. We illuminated Nova using 4 small cube lights strategically placed throughout the setup as to minimize the amount of light bleeding onto Nova and the projections.
Oh dude, that's fire.
That's a feast. Did we fucking eat, bro?
Then we went straight into filming. And the beautiful thing about this whole thing is that what you see now in the finished product is exactly what we saw coming out of the camera. All we did was color grade.